Ready. Hi, I'm with Austin Pets Alive, and today I'm going to talk about feeding Gruel babies, which are bottle babies that are transitioning over to solid foods. So the first thing you'll do is make your mixture of Gruel, which is part kitten milk replacer, KMR, and part kitten food. Depending on how far along you are in the process of giving Gruel to the kitten, it depends on how much milk versus kitten food that you add. So I'll start off with mixing my KMR, which is 1 part KMR to 2 parts water, warm water. If you use cold water when you mix KMR, it'll have lumps in it, which you won't be able to get rid of. So just mix this up, and then to that you'll add the wet kitten food. And again, depending on how well the kitten is doing on Gruel, the more kitten food you'll add. So you just mix that, and then you'll heat it in the microwave for just a few seconds so that it's warm, never hot. You can also heat this on the stove, but it should never come to a boil because that takes out all of the nutritional value of the milk replacer. So once you have your Gruel ready to serve to the kitten, you can either do it in what I like to use is a sort of a glass bowl. It's heavy, the kitten won't knock it over, but you can also utilize a flat plate. So the flat plate, also just keep in mind that the kitten will walk through it, so it's important to weigh the kitten before and after feeding. So here's our Gruel baby. So I would weigh her before to get a baseline weight, and I would document how much she weighs. I would let her eat, and then after eating I would weigh her again. This just ensures that she's actually taken some of the Gruel in. Sometimes kittens will walk all through the Gruel and you think that they've eaten it because it's moved around on the plate or on the saucer, but they've actually not taken in very much at all. So it's pretty critical, at least initially, to weigh them before and after they eat. When she's finished eating, of course, you can wipe her off her face and her feet with a baby wipe and then put her back in her crate or the room where you're keeping her. The other thing to consider is that because they are walking through their food, usually, they're getting it on their feet, and then they'll be using the litter box. So you'll want to be sure that you're using either shredded paper or clay litter that is non-clumping. Around this time, kittens are also learning and figuring out how to groom themselves, and if they are ingesting the clumping litter, that's bad for their tummies. You can also keep in their crate around this time some dry kibble. Royal Canine makes a baby cat formula. It's really tiny kibble, so you can leave some of this in their crate as well as some water. And this is for the more advanced Gruel kittens. And if you notice that the kitten is getting diarrhea, it's a change in food, of course it's possible they'll be getting some diarrhea at some point. The medical team will suggest some kaolin, and I just use a little dropper with the appropriate amount that the med techs recommend. And then you can also mix into the Gruel some pumpkin puree. Just a little bit, maybe a tablespoon in a whole bowl of Gruel. But that just adds extra fiber. And make sure it's pumpkin puree and not a pumpkin pie filling, because that has other ingredients in it. You can also choose to do this on a table like I am with one kitten, on the floor with a big towel or blanket to keep your floors clean, easy cleanup, or in a big plastic bin. So you can put all the kittens in there, keeps them from running around, you can assess how much they're eating, and then of course weighing after she's eaten to see how much she actually ate. And you can also usually see from their bellies that it's quite big. And that's it. That's feeding a Gruel baby. Good luck.